the ninth episode of the 5 minute speaking challenge, where myself, Jamie, my friend Jimmy, challenge myself to speaking to a camera for 5 minutes to improve my speaking ability, comfortability in front of a camera, kind of just getting better at speaking. And another thing is kind of just, I don't know, documenting myself. It'll probably be something fun to look back on in the future. I have some candles out today. We just had a huge lightning strike that turned electricity off, which was pretty random. I was gonna film it. It was actually I was excited to actually film this in the dark whilst candle lit, but then the light's back on, so it's all right. Today's topic I thought of speaking about was meditation slash manifestation, and why I have and the conflict between them, and a conflict I have with myself when trying to figure out. So I do a 30-minute meditation slash manifestation visualization before bed, and I never know which one to do. And it's kind of a conflict that I've been having for a while, and thought it'd be interesting to talk about. The reason I believe there is a conflict is manifesting is picturing a desire that you don't have, which is very much taking yourself out of the present, whereas meditation is kind of trying to separate yourself from desires and be as present as possible. And I'm just struggled with which one is more valuable and which one is more helpful, especially before going to bed. The reason I say before going to bed is one of my main teachers for manifestation is Neville Goddard, who's very interesting. If you've ever listened to him, he's actually it's very weird, esoteric stuff that I find very, very interesting. I listen to him almost every morning. And it's a very interesting take on things. Like, he has a theory that like the Bible and God and Jesus is all a weird kind of cryptic philosophy of manifesting what you want. Weird stuff like, if you think about like our Father in heaven, hallowed be thy name, all that kind of stuff. He compares like our Father in heaven is your imagination, and like your will be done. All this weird stuff where he ties like manifesting heaven on earth by like presenting the image of what you want to God in your mind. All weird stuff. It's pretty interesting. I really like it, but I really struggle to kind of think that if you are manifesting, then you are kind of picturing a world that you don't have right now, and you are desiring something in the future, which is just kind of contradicts what meditating is, which is trying to be present and kind of content with what you have in the present moment. But then again, I also think, so Neville argues against this at the same time, is where he says that you aren't picturing a future, and which is bringing you out of the present moment. Instead, he says that you should, in the present moment, live as if you are in the future, and live right now with the feeling and the conviction, that's the 5 minutes, that you already have what you manifest. I was actually going to say the story at the start of the talk, but I'll say it now. I have a very interesting event that happened to me once that has made me almost curious about if manifesting is real. Like I subscribe to like rational philosophy and being rational and kind of not woo woo and I don't know if God exists, all that kind of stuff. But so I'll tell the story. So one time I was looking in like the cupboard or something and I found my mom had a jewelry box and I found a tennis bracelet, but not like a real one. It's like a crystal, not real diamonds. And I thought it was sick and I loved wearing it and it kind of made me feel rich. And it was kind of one of the things I like to manifest is having a one that I wear all the time because I could afford it. But anyway, I found this cool tennis bracelet and I just wore it for a bit because it was sick. It looked like freaking diamonds all on your wrist. And then I wore it all day. It was fun. And then I went and walked my dog. And for some random reason during this walk, instead of walking the normal path I decided to take the most random route ever, completely out of the normal, and it just was not where I usually walk. And then I got back and I look on my wrist and it is no longer there. And it's actually the reason why the bracelet was left in the cupboard all this time and I'd never seen it before, was because it had a shitty clip and the clip would come up all the time and my mom kind of forgot to tell me that. So I walked this random route completely all over the place, could hardly remember where I walked. And I had somehow lost this bracelet on the walk. So I spent like 2 hours walking around, walking everywhere, trying to find this. One was out. It was pitch black at night, so I had the torch out, trying to find this shiny thing. Couldn't find it. 2 hours walking. So terrible. And then, I don't know, for some reason I was in the park and I just had this feeling that I'd heard manifesting before and I was just like out of options. So I decided to just stop in my tracks in the middle of the park. I closed my eyes and I pictured having the bracelet in my hand and I pictured the immense happiness and joy that I would feel now that I've got it back in my hand because I found it again. And this was like after 3 hours of looking in the park in the middle, like late at night. So then I started walking home, literally on the final walk of giving up, walking up the street, like about to walk into my house. And I just hear my mom go, "Oh, I found it. And she'd found it and I dropped it, even gone on the whole walk. And I was like, that was strange. That was very strange. Like I'd done the whole manifesting picture. So because of that, obviously it's hard to believe in something so strange. But I've got that little bit of hope, which I kind of really like that I have. The other thing that Neville does is if you want to start testing out if it's real, every day before you go to bed, start picturing something very random that wouldn't happen. So his one is a blue feather. Just picture a blue feather in your mind. But you have to like practice the actual art, which is feeling it, feeling the wind, feeling your environment, feeling that you're there. And I guess the other one is feeling, I guess you wouldn't have the happiness of having the feather, but if you were manifesting something else, you would be feeling the happiness of holding in your hand, the texture or whatever. And if you do that for however long, And if eventually you find a blue feather will come up into your life. The other one is picturing yourself like walking up a ladder, which is something you wouldn't really do that much. Just in your mind, picture it, imagine it, do it over and over, and see if it happens. But yeah, that was my 5 minutes. Yeah, thank you.